Hi everyone, Eric here again. This is my post 6-month review of the DAKOYU Triton. I bought this particular one with my own money back at the end of 2024, prior to me joining with the DAKOYU team. So I want to just give everybody a overview of how this tool held up in the past 7 or 8 months now. It's a little longer than 6 months, but no matter. And we'll start from the outside. So outside, the anodization held pretty well for both of the titanium scales on each side of the tool. The pocket clip, excuse me, I just put this on for show. Personally, I don't find this one useful to me personally, but I do know a lot of people use these quite a bit. So this pocket clip is entirely removable, and you can put it on pretty much either side of the tool, either with the side that has the blade or on the side that's away. So there is a tip on how to put this on. If you just try to force it in all at once, it might be pretty difficult. What I find the easiest way is to engage it from the side to get it started. Let me just put it in the right place. All right, so I'll push that in sideways. And then once it's kind of in, and then you can straighten up and push it in all the way. There you go. So from the outside, the tool that I use the most is definitely the blade, as you can see. It's seen a lot of use and abuse. I've sharpened this blade for about, I would say, a handful of times. And it's held up quite well. So the only thing that really made a mark on it at the very beginning of the tip is back when I was doing some bathroom tile work. And I didn't have the right tool with me, so I used this as a makeshift pry bar, which should not do that. And it did get the work done, but it did leave some marks from the ceramic tile that was on here that I tried to take off. So this one did have the thumb stud, and the thumb stud is useful for when you want to quickly deploy your tool. But if you're thinking about doing a lot of cutting, for example, cardboard boxes or things that you expect to use your blade, the entire cutting length of the blade, you could remove this thumb stud. It's just held on by 2 torque screws from the back. And I'll give you an example of the one that does not come with the thumb stud. It looks something like that. Alright, so this blade is actually quite long. It's actually longer than a lot of tools, other multi-tools that I have. And the material, I believe, is 440A stainless. So it's got quite good performance and easy to maintain and sharpen. So on the other side of the outside tool, you do have a pair of big scissors. Now for the scissors, you do need to make sure you deploy it all the way before it will spring open. So just over here will not do. You just have to keep pushing it until you hear the lock. And this way, it will spring into action. I did not use this very much. Focus. So it's still fairly new. Yeah. Now besides the scissors, flip to the other side, we do have a saw. I've used this saw quite a few times on wood branches, and it held up surprisingly well. On the other side of the saw, you'll find the file. I've used this to file off some plastic trims when I was putting things together, and a little bit of wood, but mostly plastic. And I cleaned it just for this video, and it looks rather well. On the side, you do have ruler, both metric and imperial. Both markings are still there. I've used this a handful of times. Now to go on the other side, we'll have to open up the tool. And inside you will find the pair of CNC machined stainless steel cold rolled plier head. So this is made from 420/30 stainless, from one piece of entire stainless sheet, cut and machined into shape. So it has very good strength, and is not as prone to shatter as some of the powder metal plier heads. So I've used this extensively, so there may be a little bit of wear on the teeth, but it mostly held up incredibly well. And you can also see the machine marks from when it was punched from an entire plate. You can see the straight marks. Yeah, there you go. It is spring loaded and comes in incredibly handy. And the cutters are replaceable. These are tungsten carbide cutters. I believe they're very close to 76 HRC, give or take. And they should perform well. Plus, these cutters, we do have supplies for spares, and they are compatible with most of Leatherman's products as well. So the shapes are compatible. Let's say the Wave, and the Surge, and so on. Also the Arc. So on the inside, we do have a few tools on one side. Here we do have a package opener, a wire stripper, a replaceable bit holder, so compatible with Nextool and Leatherman's flat bits. We do supply these as well. And put that back in. On the other side, you will have 3 more tools. The awl with an eyelet, a can/bottle opener, I've used this one quite a bit, and the pull cutter, which I've used a couple of times for when I was opening clamshell packages. So overall, I'm quite happy with the tool, with this particular tool, and I'm very fond of this particular one since I bought it with my own money back then. And I plan on keeping this pretty much forever. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll leave the links in the description if anyone's interested. Take a look. If you have any questions, find us on YouTube comments or send us an email at support@dakoyu.com. That is support@DAKOYU.com. And my name is Eric. Thanks for watching.